Alrighty, hello everybody. How are you all today? Good to see you. We just get a few things organized here a little bit. Ew. What's up, Nathrakis? Good to see you, man. Good luck? Don't even need it. How are you, dude? Very good to see you, man. Did you get rain today? We did. We got a little bit today. It's quite nice. Such a twisted delight, isn't it, though? Yeah, I think that's an exceptional descriptor there. I'm doing very well. Very well. I'm feeling good today. I slept in until about 3 in the afternoon today, so nice and refreshed. What can I say? All right, so we got that on the screen. We got this on the screen. I just need said game, and I think we're good to go. Yeah. So I am working on an updated list with Let's Suffer Together. Him and I had a conversation a few days ago. It's pretty much the same rule set, really. We're not really banning much, if anything, from the... Thank you for the videos about Noita. Oh, man. Fish Killer, thank you so much. That's wonderful of you to say. You're more than welcome to stop on in, and I appreciate the visit. Different time zone? Yeah, we got a few people from all over the world, but I get it. It's mostly US people going to be joining us, which is understandable. I still don't even understand time zones, let alone wrap my head around it. What's up, Calorian? Good to see you as well. All right. Let's get into it. So one of the rules is that we're using main branch only. We're not going to be using beta branch anymore. It's probably a little bit easier to maintain sort of parity amongst 2:40 a.m. in the Ukraine. Oh, right on, dude. Yeah, well, I understand it, man. Thank you so much for the follow and welcome. Uber deft. Yeah, no, I, I do get it. Fundamentally, I understand the concept of time zones, but wrapping my head around, like, you know, when people are awake versus, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. All right, so let's see what mods we've got active here. Hopefully they're all sorted out. Yep. No hit mod is alive and well. We've got Acceleradium. Single Spark Bolt, pretty average wand. And yeah, this is good. I can handle that. Alright, so getting water is our first priority. Obviously, if you're new to the no-hit situation, anything. It smells like soil after the rain. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, got it. So this is the... That's the modifier there. I understand. Way up. Stay back, you. Good. Good start. Go again. It's funny. I was talking to someone the other day about how swamp potion. Swamp is technically made of water. This sucks not having an explosive, but that's a good one. That I can get behind. Talking about the Borat movie, right? Like how a second one even got made. Like surely Borat at this point is so ingrained in people's minds, and the memes and the it's very nice, you know, all of that sort of stuff is snow potion. Oh good, this is, yeah, we're off to a great start. Having water every time, I tell you what, that would be a great change. How it even got made in the first place, right? Like, it's just, it's bizarre to me. I mean, maybe enough time has passed. Oh, we got upwards floating, that was weird. How does snow potion work? It does not make me wet. So it's kind of useless. Let's get rid of it. He was in double disguise for most of it. So somebody told me that. And I haven't watched the movie. I don't know. That kind of thing doesn't really interest me. But, hey, there's a bit of water. I'll take it. So he was himself in character, in disguise. Oh, the snow's melting. Yes? No? I don't know how snow works. But then he was in another disguise on top of that. It's very meta. Some big brain plays, I guess. And it makes steam as well. Oh, right on. So, if you're new to this style or this challenge, this is the hitless challenge. This is where you take 0 damage from enemy, environment, and self. It's extremely difficult. And the rules that I added to the run kind of exacerbate that difficulty quite a lot. But it's incredibly enjoyable. I love doing it. There's definitely a sense of pride that I had when I achieved it. One of my strats early on, other than obtaining water ASAP, is to collect as much money as I possibly can. Maybe not like completely, because I don't want to spend forever on this floor, especially when the competitive runs start. Like, that's a whole nother dimension. It changes the way we do the runs, even. Damn you. Why you gotta be here? Gonna let me get that water? Just a little bit, maybe? No, you're not, are you? You're gonna jump back up. Yeah, you want to collect as much money as possible, at least during these early stage runs, until it does become competitive again. So this is good. One of the ways to get money early. Oh shit. Is covering that dude in it. He drops 30 gold normally, 60 when he's killed with an environmental effect, and he just happens to be particularly allergic to water, so... It's not always the easiest thing in the world to pull off. However... Oh, yeah, we got him. Lucky. This wand is extremely slow. Alright, we're starting to get some good money here. Right. Yep, that makes sense. That makes sense. I guess I'll check it out. Everybody's talking about it. Even people who were skeptical about the film have said it's pretty good, so... That's a run ender, that guy. Because of his random explosion pattern, you can get unlucky. And try to stay... Oh my god. Never mind. Scratch my nose without pausing. That's what you get. Never watched more than meme clips? Yeah, I get that too. Oh, this is a good start. This is a very good start. Okay. I like it. Yeah, if you're not paying attention 100% of the time on these runs, it's it becomes 10 times worse. Good thing with this projectile, especially the fact we can shoot it quickly, is that it does 8 damage per hit instead of the spark bolt's 3. So that's It's pretty attractive. Acid potion. Yeah, I'm going to stay away from that, funnily enough. The real Ali G. That one I've never seen. I've heard all of the memes and stuff that arose because of it. Hell, that was before memes were memes, or at least known by the term memes. I did see something. Was it about COVID or climate change? I'm not sure, but Sacha Baron Cohen delivered a speech. It was kind of like a GDC, well, maybe not GDC, but like a TED Talk style thing. And he's extremely well spoken. Like, he's articulate. He delivered a very impassioned speech, and it was just like very, very straightforward for him. Oh, blessed run. We've got the skateboard. First 1.0 skateboard, I might add. That I've seen, at least. Why do we need potions like mana potion or the one that attracts worms? So, Fish Killer, mana potion... If you've got a wand that uses a lot of mana, and you want to get a lot more of that, or use it more frequently, let's say you're in a pinch, it's really helpful for that. You can either drink it or stand in it. But it's got a new feature now, as of 1.0, where it eats through metal. So you spray it on metal, and it'll start, like, eating away, much like acid does, except it's completely harmless. I need water. Let's get rid of this blood. A degree from Cambridge, will that make sense? Yeah. Super useful as a boss killer. Yes, Frizzle. You are correct. I am too scared to take it on these runs. I've heard that that is the case. I've never actually done an acid flask kill on the boss. Actually, we can create a bunch of this stuff right here. Oh, it's swamp? Wait. What? Why is it creating swamp water? Is that a new interaction? So slime doesn't just turn into... No, check it out. Oh boy. So slime... Well, sorry, swamp water is relatively safe. But it does mean that you can't easily cheese and get a bunch of extra water. Yep. Just reminded me, I did create a new VOD channel. By popular demand, people actually... So what happened was, on the main YouTube channel, I posted a 9.5-hour clip. Took me like 3 days to render, another 2 to upload. But it's been getting, like, it's up to 2,500 views, I think. I'm quite flabbergasted that it is as popular. It is as popular as it is. So with all this DMCA stuff and the fact that we removed literally every clip, highlight, and video from the Twitch channel, I went ahead and created a second channel. So I'd like to get a custom URL on that one. What is that? It's a barrel. It's filled with water? I love it. I love it so much. Wait. What just evaporated here? What is going on? Something evaporated, and I'm not sure why. So weird, man. Take a second potion. Alright, let's make a little bit of progress here. So that must be a biome modifier that's bringing those into the level. Lava. What is it? Unstable. What is going on? It's still water, right? It seems to only be sludge from mobs, oddly. Most of the generated sludge still changes to water. So that's evaporating by itself. Is it hot in here? Is this vanilla 1.0? Yes. Minus the one mod we have running, which is our hit counter up here. The mod was designed by Goki. As in Goki's mods. It's funny, I hit him up on Discord, the Noita Discord. He at first I was like, hey, I'm really interested in doing no hit runs. Is there some way we can get a hit counter? Me thinking it was going to be like a massive undertaking to get this thing created. I was even, you know, thinking I might have to pay someone to make a mod like that. He messaged me and he says, yeah, I can do that. And he asked for some particulars, like what are you after? How does this kind of work, etc. So I gave him just a basic sort of rundown of how the mod would work. Literally 5 minutes later, he came back and he said, yep, that mod's done. I was like, what? But now that I sort of know him a little bit better, him being a super coder extraordinaire doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Doing a run of Noita with Twitch integration. We actually did one on the second day, I think. Oh, this is a horrible start. I don't know, man. Give me a water flask every run. That's all I'm asking. Let's go get the tablet. At the very least, we know it's there. But no, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I would rather sort of, you know, set aside some time or have a dedicated stream just to that. We've done that a couple of times on the channel. Bit of fun. What's the goal besides not getting hit? You want another goal? So there's a set of rules. If you look at the channel command rules, on this install. Yeah, no, we've done one. We did it on the second day of 1.0. Sorry, I'm still not clear there. So it's random seed. There's been a few addendums to that though. Random seed is very, very important. Main branch only, no beta versions. And yeah, if you want any clarification on the rules or have questions about it, by all means, hit me up. Happy to talk about it. This biome is like incredibly unstable. I think that might be it. What do I got? 113 bucks? Screw it, let's go. I don't want to stay there any longer. I don't like it. Wouldn't it be funnier to have a 1 HP run? So Frizzy, that's another mod that is available. And Goki made that one for me as well. We even have one that teleports you upon getting hit back to the previous holy mountain. The reason I use this one in particular is so that if we do have a really good run going, and I'm like 3/4 of the way through the game, and I take a hit, I want to be able to sort of continue that and practice the later levels as well. Oh, I haven't seen you. I can afford you. I can't afford both, unfortunately. Oof. Well, let's take some stuff that we haven't normally taken. Might as well use this chance to get some perks. What do we had? What's there? Is it oil blood? Oil blood, extra knockback on spells, and then electricity. Let's have a quick look here. Oil blood, I don't think I've taken. No, I have not. Extra knockback on skills, I might have. Although not seeing it. That's all good. I'll take oil blood. Possibly one of the worst perks that I could take. But I don't see this run going anywhere with our current loadout. Social Fish, how are you doing? Electricity would actually be useful? Not on a no-hit run. The reason I say that, like, yes, you're immune to electricity. And you can get some trick kills that way. But it does also make, especially going into something like the Hisi base, where you've got a lot of metallic platforms with explosives sitting above it. Yeah, that's real bad. Like this here, immediately, like you jump in here, that explodes. Like, it's not safe at all. What's up, Luthamir? Good to see you as well. Fire is very bad, yep. The one benefit to oil blood is that hopefully we don't bleed. Because if we bleed, we've been hit, so... Do you bleed? You will. Oof, that is a good wand. Holy shit, that's amazing. Instantly regretting my perk decision. We need fire immunity, like yesterday. Let's just skip through if we can here. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Don't come down. I'm screwed. Stuck on the ground here. LST, you are here. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. I just got an amazing wand. I don't think I'm going to make it very far. You'll notice our first perk choice. Yo! Okay, well, let's... Scared to use that one right now. Keep this one as a primary. This one as a secondary. We could actually farm a little bit of cash. Bit scary. Yeah, let's just make our way out ASAP. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Yep, you stay over there, buddy. Let me through. $130. I mean, I'd love $200, but at the same time, is it worth exploring? What the hell is that? Metal. What is that, a chain? Or was a chain? Oh, good, we've got lava. Yep. Sorry. The scientists in the room will correct me if I'm not careful. Magma. We've got magma right here. Let's go. Yeah, scientists, they can't be trusted. Definitely don't quote me on that because I don't believe what I just said. Fire immunity, fire immunity. Damn it! Shit, these are all useless. I can't take glass cannon because glass cannon is against the rules. This is so dope. Such a good wand. What do you look like? Okay. Too expensive. However, my goodness, that's fast. Pointer 3.45. Oof. Yeah, we need this is way too fast. How did I You may be wondering how I ended up in this situation. Cheese and oatcakes. I'm fully satisfied. It sounds like a perfect meal. It's not going to matter. I mean, one is as good as... Ah, that actually works all right once it runs out of mana. So we get an initial burst. This is such an incredible wand. Like, to find that on the second floor, yeah, that's dope. Problem number 2, we have no real means of digging safely. Let me put an asterisk next to that. Found a 0 cast delay the other day. Now you're talking. Double scatter could be good. Is this the... No, it's still glittering field. Let's keep going. I don't know what to take here. Doesn't really matter. Sure. I took a hit for sure there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the only reason I got the tentacle was so that if we did take damage, we'd know immediately that we did take a hit. Put you in a terrible spot. Well, it wouldn't matter. The only way tentacle activates is if you take damage, which is the end of the run anyway. Oh, we got actual water here. Nola Games, please get rid of the different flasks, or give us a random one and water. Make it a plastic container that can't be refilled. Make it something. I don't know. Go left at the start for water. Left at the start? Is it always guaranteed to be water there? Keep in mind, Suffer, that that's a 2-minute trip out of your way, right? So I'm just thinking future-proof the run with does that turn into slime? Not slime. What do you call it? No, I'm not speedrunning. I get it. Oh, under the tree. Got it. Yes, there is always water there. Oof. Oof. So the reason I want to get $200, in case it wasn't blatantly obvious, is 200 at the least. Ideally, I'd like 600. But it's very, very difficult. 1.0 seems to have lowered the amount of money you earn during this first floor quite dramatically. It's so that I can pick up, or at least re-roll the perks, so that situation we were in last time doesn't happen again. You like all the RNG because of, well, I understand why. It makes sense. Water is so synonymous with the runs, though. Maybe a lot of players, maybe Nola have, you know, witnessed this before, but maybe water isn't as special as we had previously understood. Or maybe players don't see it that way. I don't know. I think it's super important. Like, it's mandatory for every single run. Not even if I wasn't doing a no-hit. It's a really good behavior to do, is throw it upon yourself. How many flasks do I recommend having? 2 flasks of water and then 1 of something else. It depends on the run. For no hit, 2 flasks of water would be kind of like sweet. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yep. It gives you a perk with a certain threshold of picked up gold nuggets. It's much better. Zeplo, that's totally acceptable. Like, you can play the game however you want, right? No one's gonna judge you for that. This oil? Mud. Oh, this is mud. Mud behaves like just dirt, right? Like it's just a pile of dirt on the ground, I think. That gold nugget went sky high. No, look, if you... Like, some people think that tinker with ones everywhere is kind of necessary to every run. And so they'll use a mod that gives them that, or they'll cheat engine it. Well, not cheat engine. What's it called? The cheat mod? Whatever. Cheat UI. They'll turn that on just so that they have access to edit ones everywhere, and I get that too. Personally, I like the challenge of not having it. Plus, it's like developer intended. Obviously, they want people to make those decisions on the fly. You call it edit? Fight me. It's going to be a hard habit to break, I think, calling it something else after a year of calling it edit ones everywhere. Oh, that's a massive little vein of gold right there. We can't get to it, not without extreme digging. I I personally am a big fan of cheating in games to begin with, providing they're not competitive. Like multiplayer games, then there's no reason you can't enjoy, like I said, the game however you want. There's nothing more fun than playing something that is extremely difficult or that you're not having the most success at and making yourself overpowered to the extreme for a few runs. Like, I've been there. I've done it many times. And I would certainly never judge anyone for doing that. Make the argument that having a digging wand is more... Well, I've already given my feedback on that as well. So this is probably acceptable, right? It gives you 25 shots. It doesn't really dig all that well. And it's kind of dangerous to use. But on the flip side, it is a digging wand, right? However, when you start with Rain Cloud, that sucks. Like, technically you could get soft locked. Since this game isn't tile-based like Spelunky, there's always the possibility of you know, getting locked out through natural generation. So. Do I want to explore that? I think I can do it quite... I'm gonna have to wait a while, but... Oh my god, the recharge. What's the stats on this wand? 6! I think that's the lowest recharge that I've ever seen. Come on, one more. There we go. Now we wait. Pick what perks your character gets makes the game easy but fun as hell. Command. What's it called? Modifier? It's not a modifier. What's it called? It starts with an A. Artifact. Yeah, I like command. The thing that I don't like about it is that you still have to, like, literally run up to the item, stop, click on it, think about what you want. The game doesn't pause during that time, so you have to be quick about it. But it is extremely overpowered. It's a fun mode, for sure. Mud. Please let me through. Oh, no. Alright, there's 2 pixels there that need to go. That work? Probably not. Thank you. Do like the old arrow shooter in its many forms. Chaotic polymorphine. Good, we'll stay away from that. So looking at the stats of this wand, it seems much the same, or at least within a very small margin of what it used to be. Have I seen the game Ring of Pain? Was a lurker? I have not. I downloaded a few last night based on some recommendations. It's a problem. There's so many games, man. It's like, you know, if you give everyone equal time, you'd never stumble upon like the ones that you're really invested in. 169. Can I get 31 bucks? I think I can. Well, maybe I can't. Hang on a sec. Where is he? He's real close. I tell you what, there is a... If you don't mind joining a Discord, I have a channel called Game Suggest. Go ahead and drop it in there. It's the best place for me to see them. Oh boy. I need $11 before we leave. That's all, just 11. I need $1. There we go. We leave now. These starts have been rough. Like maybe with the updates, that's just it. Maybe it's just genuinely more difficult now. Because of the randomization, I guess? I don't know. Okay. So we've got return, long distance cast, oil cloud, triple scatter for 25. That's a pretty good price. And blood cloud. Okay. All right, that's an easy one. Don't have to spend any money, so I will get... I think I'll get the triple scatter, actually. We'll just turn that into a slower yet more powerful one. The great thing with arrows is that you'll notice that the spread is minus 20 degrees now instead of minus 10. So... yeah, that's going to hit like a truck. It's good. It's not even that slow. I like it. What's up, Jack? How you doing, man? Opticaire, why such a difficult challenge as no damage? Well, you already said it. Because it's difficult. That's the reason I like it. Hannah! Thank you very much for the resub. What's up, Rice Pocket? Good to see you. Oh, McQueeb. Just died with God once? I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing empathetically with you. Yeah, been there. This game has a way of showing you, son of a bitch, showing you who's boss. Mud, looks like we've got actual bombs this time. On a much better wand. And this spell is amazing. I love it. They've split the damage with this one, so it's no longer just 10 damage per hit. It's split to 5 regular damage, projectile damage, and then 5 slice damage as well. It does make it less effective against robots, unfortunately, but it's not a huge deal. You probably won't be using it at that stage anyway. Died in Temple of the Art. Getting stuck in a pixel. Yeah, it's a common complaint. I think the random nature of it, it's so unpredictable how things get generated. That's one of the things about this game, and especially doing like no-hit runs, because a single pixel can technically hit you of, varying different types. I don't know. I just love the challenge. I was inspired by people like Lobos Jr. and Yo. Dude, was a look. You're too generous, man. Thank you so much. We started a hype train? Oh, I haven't had one of them in ages. Thank you, dude. And Fupi as well. Thank you very much for the resub there. Skip McDonald's today? Don't ever skip McDonald's on my behalf. Trust me. McDonald's is, Yeah, I could go on McDonald's right now, actually. Yeah, inspired by Lobos Jr., The Happy Hob, people that run Dark Souls. No hit runs. Oh, I like this variation of the map. These pipes are cool. It just adds a ton of water. Cool. We can get rid of our swamp potion. Lobos is a beast. Yeah, an amazing player of the game. What does that create? More swamp. Teleportadium. Ah, I can't use that either, so I'm going to actually leave this potion behind. I thought it was mana potion, my bad. It's against the rules to be under the influence of any sort of teleport, whether that's a spell, a potion, or perk. So we gotta leave that one. That will end a run, by the way, if that happens. Starchy pancakes as well. My goodness, you guys are off the chain today. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. Kind of speechless. So I'll just say thanks. Why is teleportadium not allowed? Because it would make the game too easy. Or make this run too easy. Feed the slithery doggos? Well, they appreciate you too. They're great. It's so weird. Like, so we were talking to the wife the other day. The wife. My wife. My wife. See, look, I know all the memes. I don't need to see the movie. About how they talking about my children, my snake children. Their brains are so small, right? And we were wondering about their capacity for quote-unquote love, right? How that looks in their brains. Like, they might feel comfortable around us, but that could be instinctual. But whether or not they have, you know, that extra compassion or I don't know what exactly how to explain this, but it's amazing. Like, we definitely love them. Like, there's no denying it. They provide us with so much, like, entertainment and comfort. And for a snake with a brain literally the size of a pea. Is that a chest down there? It's a chest containing a potion. Oh, you shouldn't have. I'm just going to keep letting the water flow here. He will eventually get drowned out. And then we'll get 60 bucks from him. Pretty good. This large thing is warm and doesn't want to eat me. Right, but that's just it. Like, is it just that? Or is there some other emotional bond that snakes form? Damn, oil sucks. It's alright, keep the water flowing. Choo choo. Was a lurker. Look at that. You are the hype train conductor. He's still alive. Oh, the water seems to be going elsewhere. That's a small problem. Damn. Alright, might have to do this the old-fashioned way. So he's programmed not to come near water, which kind of makes sense because it's very dangerous to him. Oof. You know what? Oh yeah, that's it. Just stand right there, buddy. Love it. He's dead soon. He's very dead. So you want to kill them that way for a very specific reason. Two, in fact. One, you get double the cash, right? Because it's an environmental kill. Two, because they don't bleed. If you hit them, they bleed, and then lava goes everywhere. So yeah, you want to do it. It's definitely worth doing. A little bit of extra cash here or there, never hurt anyone. Sometimes he does jump into a pond, yes. It's very funny to see, actually. So I had a discussion, well, it wasn't really a discussion. I disagreed with someone on Reddit the other day. They were like, if you want to succeed at Noita, do the following, right? And they said, go through the first 2 levels as quickly as possible, except go to the fungal caverns every time. Because the more times you play the game, the more likelihood that RNG will be in your favor and you get better perks. And I said, well, there's a flip side to that. I wasn't quite as eloquent. And I said, why not, get better at the mechanics of the game, learn how to fight, explore as much as you can to give yourself as much success moving forward. And that way you can potentially go against the odds and win any run. And I believe that. I think any run can be beaten. You don't need luck. You don't need specific perks for that to happen. It certainly helps, don't get me wrong. And you can, well, there's a little asterisk next to that, and that's taking into consideration that you can die to just bullshit reasons, right? Like getting stuck on a pixel, right? Or getting to the 3rd stage and just immediately coming into like a massive group of Hisi riflemen and you get stun locked to death. This stuff can happen regardless. So my argument is take the time, explore, learn these fights, get better at the game. He had a counter argument, and it's an interesting topic. It comes up all the time, but that's the way I would play. Always cast nuke. That we can't actually use, given that the max mana pool is 60. How interesting. We'll come back and look at those in a sec. This is very true, was a lurker, yes. Depending on what you want to get out of the run, right? I think a lot of people, because the 3rd stage is kind of the biggest jump in difficulty, a lot of people, get hung up on that fact, and I get it. I completely get it. That's not a bad one. That's awful. I'm going to keep a couple of these. No, I'm just going to get rid of the whole thing. Don't need it. 2243. It's better all around. Nice. Think of the phasing perk. Top tier. And not... It's allowed in the runs. We've decided on that. We're not going to ban phasing. I'm interested in this double cast over here. Yeah, let's get it. Oh, I can't even afford that one. All right, moving on. What counts as a projectile? Why do I disallow glass cannon? Excellent question, Frizzy. This one comes up all the time, actually. So the whole... glass cannon has positives and negatives, right? The negatives are arguably that your explosions are 5 times bigger, but you wouldn't use explosions unless you're explosion immune with glass cannon. 2, it reduces your health to 50. And you cannot be healed beyond that except for the Holy Mountain full heals, which gives you a plus 10. Its positives are that it provides 5 times the damage, right? This wand is amazing, by the way. So, essentially, it makes you 5 times stronger, and none of the downsides matter, right? Because if you take a hit, it's game over anyway, whether you die or not. It's literally just 5 times damage, and DPS is one of the most valuable things in the game. Because if stuff isn't alive to kill you, then you don't get hit. So that's where that comes from, and I think it's a reasonable reason to ban it. Significantly higher chance of exploding yourself. Well, that's my point. You wouldn't use explosions with it unless you had immunity to explosions. You would one-shot almost every enemy in the game for at least the first 5 floors. It's too much of an advantage. Let's keep going down, I think. You're bad at the game? So that's another thing about Noita that I just adore. It's that every loss that you suffer is a learning experience. And I would say 95% of deaths in the game are the fault of the player. And I'm not saying that, like, you're purposely doing silly stuff, but your awareness has dropped to a point where you've done something that's put you in a bad situation. No, not my gold. But oh, sucks. I needs it. I do have edit ones. If only we could actually find some, that'd be great. Environment, toxic falling rock, etc. Yes, any damage. So that's if you hit yourself, if an enemy hits you, or if you take if you take damage, essentially. That is game over. And that's what makes it such a challenge. It's less the enemy, more the environment, I would say. Was that pool too deep to realistically... I just didn't want to take the risk. So when you dilute materials in the game, it does mix. I could have sped up that process by shooting into it. But it was... I just didn't want to stay around too long. That's all. An extra shot every now and again could be useful. There's better perks, but the chance of getting nothing is there as well. How do I like the earthquake shot spell? I've only ever used it a couple of times. I really don't have the the data to form an opinion yet. That looks pretty amazing. 5 degree of spread on that one. A little bit slow. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, actually. You know what? I think we'll save our money, though. And I've got edit ones. Sorry. Tinker with ones everywhere. Ah, jeez. Yeah. Like it. If you are having video problems, try restarting. And if you do notice something like that, please let me know. It's very important. Good feedback. I've dropped 0 frames, so we're good on this end. Any wand spellcrafting resources, learn as you go thing. No, still a work in process, Arkansas. I've got them sort of drafted out. I just need to rewrite them so they're very clear. Not much has changed, honestly. In terms of wand spellcrafting resources, I would go with Alias Bot. Suffer's pretty good. Who's the other person? Is it Bam? Alias Bot is definitely my #1 go-to resource for... shit. Okay. Damn it! Welcome to the 3rd level. Nymph's Pyre, thank you. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, Arkansas, they might be a little bit advanced for someone starting out. There's a, like, seriously, like, it's Noita's good content on YouTube at the moment, so you're gonna find tons and tons of resources, and it has been good content for a while. Oh, 2 ones at the start. 2 decent ones at the start. I'll take it. Watching the Water Dream boss fight. Oh, you're talking about Crown Trick. Right, no Leprechaun. So, there's only... it wouldn't matter. I wasn't doing any damage to him directly. Yeah, that was a really tough fight. I think I know what we have to do. We might be able to fit in some Crown Trick tonight, I think. It's a great game. I'm really enjoying it a lot. Yeah, it didn't matter where I stood because we weren't doing any damage to him anyway. He takes damage from killing the ads. So this is a problem. Not having water at all means that I've just got to suffer with what's going on here. So. Ein13, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the channel. Very kind of you. Don't you have blood? That is Berserkium. So Berserkium is allowed. One, it's temporary. And it kind of, if you had water on you, it would sort of be a contestant to that. Plus the damage output is only 2 times, not 5 times. So there's definite risks in using Berserkium. Dude, slow. Dude. Oh my god. There's water up here with another flask in it. That'll cost me a stick of dynamite to get, which I'm actually okay spending. I gotta go all the way around again. Are you gonna jump out if I walk past? I'm not shooting you. You're gonna try. Cheeky. I do like TNT. It's a really versatile tool. Alright. Let's not get rid of Berserkium. We're gonna keep it. And pick up whatever this is down here. It looks like, yeah, Levitadium. I'm going to tip that out. Disables the stuff you shouldn't use. No. It's not that complex. Plus, it'd have to be literally updated every single time Nola made a change. No, there's no mod that does that. I guess the overarching victory condition is getting the McQueeb beard at the end of the run. Which I still haven't actually tested to see if it's there. But I'm quietly confident that it is. What do I mean? So after I completed the no-hit run for the first time, it was kind of a big deal, right? Put me on the map, so to speak. And Nola Games tweeted me and they said, "Hey, as a tribute, do you mind if we add a little trophy in the final room after you beat the boss?" And I was like, "Yeah, duh." It's kind of awesome. So there's a little beard trophy you collect. It's worth 500,000 points, I think. It's one of the more valuable trophies, and then you pick it up and you end the run. That's it. Yep, saw that coming. Yeah, I was blown away when they offered that. I was like, this is kind of a moment, right? Like, cool, good start. It's not the first time stuff like that's happened, though. I mean, it is for me, I think. But, like, Suffer has his own achievement in the game of Undermine. That was kind of his game before Noita. And he's known for racking up tons and tons of, like, not consecutive wins, but wins that add to a cumulative difficulty. I'm not explaining that very well. He went the highest new game plus that anyone else has ever been before in Undermine. Undermine's an excellent game, by the way. Why restart? Because I took a hit. We're doing no-hit runs, so the goal of it is to take no damage, no hits. Now that is something. Hey, Lily, what's up? How you doing? You watch him sometimes too? Well worth a watch. My dude Suffer is very good gamer. Actually, hey, somebody asked me today on a YouTube comment. They're like, "Hey, can you like Do you have a guide on how to do a 33 orb run and how to win that? And I was like, no. The closest I've come was a failed 31 orb run. And I said, but there is someone who has recently succeeded with that, and that is LST. LST, feel free to find that video. It's one of my more recent ones, and drop a comment under mine if you like. Give yourself a bit of self-promo. Lily, how have you been lately? I haven't seen you around much, but we're on different time zones completely now, so that is understandable. I shouldn't be here. This is bad. Spiders are, well, they're spiders, so a little bit dangerous, let's just say. All right, 132. We're almost there. I just got to drown this guy down here. Yeah, everybody gangster till they start throwing the water around, huh? Oh, I'm out of water. Nope, got him. Alright, need $8. Should be relatively easy to get. Actually, let's get the tablet as well. Famous last words. Technical issue? Oh no. Well, I hope you get back onto it soon, Lily. The Twitch platform is a lesser place without you. What's my favorite food? You mean other than pizza? I'm gonna have to think on that one. Yeah, literally pizza. Cereal's pretty good too. I'm all about Cocoa Krispies right now. It's the size of the Cocoa Crispy that makes them superior to other cocoa style breakfast cereals. Because they're smaller, they're able to clump together and they give it a unique texture in the mouth. It's an interesting observation, I think. Reese's Puffs? Never had them, actually. Calzone is okay. Well, calzone is just a pizza taco. Cereal with marshmallows. Hey, Vent, how you doing? Give me the Krispies, says Zenas. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Pinnacles of American society. It's a pretty low bar, let's be honest. This setup looks awfully familiar. Have a fine dust of deliciosity. Do you know what? I miss one thing. 2 cereals from Australia that I have not found here. And I could import them, but the last I checked, it was $20 a box. I shit you not. Crunchy Nut Cornflakes is one of them. Imagine... What would be the closest here? What's the sugary... It's like cornflakes, but with like a sugar layer on top of it. It's like that, but little tiny nuts and more of a honey flavor. It's incredible. I just can't. Frosted Flakes, thank you. It's kind of like that, but 10 times better. 10 and a half times better. The other is called Nutri-Grain. Now, Nutri-Grain you can get here as a sort of a cereal bar, like a, you know, like one of those breakfast bar kind of things. As a cereal, it is divine. Yeah, it is just perfect. Well, it's the only wand capable of casting Black Hole right now, but... just do a quick test here. Yeah, it'll do, I think. Honey Bunches of Oats. Not sure if I've had them. Kashi makes some good ones. Oh, I've had those, Balmeri. Talking about breakfast bars, right? Or is that cereal? Or both? I'm all flustered now talking about cereal, see? I'm doing hitless runs, folks. Maybe we should change the subject. I'm kidding. If you change the subject on breakfast cereal. Chainsaw thing today. Adding it to the back of a wand. I don't quite understand how that works. So, Chainsaw, I think AliasBot did an incredibly good video on Chainsaw specifically and how spell wrapping works. That's a whole nother thing. It doesn't just speed up wands. There's a way to get sort of twice the usefulness out of them. And you can make some ridiculous stuff. Me personally, I love chainsaws on the end of a trigger spell. So if you get a trigger spark bolt, for example, with a single chainsaw on the end, you've now got like, how would I explain it? It's just good, okay? It's just really good. Yeah, chainsaws are probably the most versatile spell in the game. And if you're curious, Sparkbolt Trigger is my favorite spell in the game, period. Alright, what do we got here? It's good stats except for that spread. If we had some of those arrows, it'd be pretty good. What's this? No spread on that. Oh yeah, 0.6 degrees of spread. Interesting. Alright, we've got tons of explosives. I'll hang on to that. Maybe we can find a use for it later. It is nice and quick, but geez, that spread is too much. Maybe it works with that. Okay. If I get a minus spread modifier, yeah, exactly. Min-max, I've never played Dwarf Fortress. People have told me many times that it's really good. Krieg, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the channel. Sorry, I'm drinking so much. I have a stone at the moment. So I have to drink lots and lots of fluids. Maybe the speed of this one would be okay. No, let's stick with it. This one's got a slower mana recharge, but it's doable. Yes, sorry, Flight Commander, I missed your comment. It is definitely random seed. It's one of the rules. Has to be random. That can happen, Raven. Yeah, so perks aren't guaranteed, and it's possible to roll 3 average ones into another 3 average or worse 3 shitty ones. This is bad. Yeah, I've seen it time and time again. And I do like the fact that there are not so great and or detrimental perks in the game. I think that really makes... It makes your decision making or, you know, ability to accumulate money just that much more valuable. Shit. Shit. Holy mackerel. This isn't good. Shield saved my butt 3 times there. You're not giving me any choice. I have to go down there. I don't like not having choice. So glad we got so many explosives. Oh, we happen to dig out into a shop that I can never afford. Cool, so you're going to send me back the way I didn't want to go anyway. Nice game, nice. That's too thick. Just watch the end of that video. Oh, the no-hit run? Yeah. Yep. I was kind of holding my breath towards the end there. It's an intense feeling getting that far. I'm sure Suffer can verify my statements. So see these little air bubbles here? This is freezing vapor. It's bad news for a no-hit runner. Just dig through so they stop. In fact, we can go down this way as well. Oh, good. There's Uko there. Perfect. We don't get that lucky twice in a row. Wowzers. We actually made it past the 3rd level for a change. Does the shield block any single hit? So there's a couple of things with that. So the shield is able to block some shots depending on their velocity and the amount of damage they do, right? So let's say a sniper shot was incoming. It can deflect a sniper shot, but if it's headed directly for you, it's going too fast, so the velocity penetrates the shield and you get hit. It also has a health meter of its own, so if it gets hit successively a couple of times in a row, it doesn't recharge fast enough. So it's not perfect. And another thing as well, you'll notice that it's closest to me on the top and at the bottom, right? That matters as well. Some shots penetrate by like a pixel and they can hit you even if technically the shot was stopped. But it is one of the more attractive perks when it comes to this sort of run. This does nothing for me. Is that top bottom thing a bug or a feature? I'd say it's a feature. I mean, it's working as intended. It's just so close to you that it occasionally you get hit. Bring the big statue, acts as a shield. No, none of these are really beneficial. I need to be able to kick stuff, not grab and throw. This is exploding corpses, by the way, which is, it sounds fun, but if we're close, that could be dangerous, and then the health does nothing as well. So. Sometimes you win, sometimes you just gotta skip. So the problem with doing this, it's safe because I'm here, right? Like none of them are going to directly hit me. But as you'll notice, those little bubbles of freezing vapor, they accumulate under here and they can go through the ground. That's just a feature of the physics engine in the game. I've been hit more than once because of that. Kick is good for getting gold. It's a last resort on these runs. Yeah, you don't want to be that close to enemies at all. Range is super important. The ability to see in the dark would be very, very amazing here. Oh, shit. Oh, great. Two of them. Not good. Not good at all. What's my favorite stage? Mine has and always will be the jungle. This is a terrible start. This is what I'm talking about. Rain cloud. I mean, hey, it's water. But yeah, we have no method of damage here. Why is there lava coming from the ceiling? Are we in this level again? See, I didn't touch that at all. Weird. Yeah, okay, so there's lava coming from somewhere, clearly. Think it would have deflected that? It's the speed. So those light beams travel super fast. I have no way in there, except for maybe kicking a lantern and getting lucky. If it's money in there, we lose it. Okay, so the whole biome is just super hot. Got it. Yeah, if that's money, by the time the oil and fire clears, it'll be gone. If it's a wand, sweet. Because wands are one of the best things you can get from chests, especially early on. They could be T2 or T3 wands quite easily. Be very, very helpful. Speak of the devil. Yeah, oil is terrifying during these runs. Really, really dangerous. I just love how the oil floats on top of the water. That's such a... It's cool, man. It's science. Pretty slow-ish, but not bad at all. That's 6 projectiles every 0.6 of a second, and we don't run out of mana. Perfect. Yep, there's a no-hit video. If you want to see the original attempt, it's on YouTube. Just type the command no-hit or the command rules in chat, and it'll give you a link directly to it. Yeah, random lava falling from the ceiling does not spark joy. Lightning bugs. Thank you so much. When do you get to see a pacifism no-hit run? What is wrong with you? I mean, look, anything's possible, right? Except the final boss. No. No, just not under my current rule set. There's no way. I like this wand. It's like kabam. Uh-oh. Shit. The worst case scenario just happened. Damn it. How long's an average run if you just go for the last boss? Under normal conditions? A couple of hours? I think that's being generous. Yeah. I've had runs that took 3 or 4 just going for a normal kill. My first no-hit was 1 hour and 30 minutes. Suffer's done it in 40 minutes. 41. Is this snow again? Freaking snow, man. Is there any time pressure in this game? No. No. I'm putting that on myself later. Speedrunners have done it in, I think, less than 3 minutes at the moment. And then in the early access stages, there was a... there was a runner who did nightmare mode in like 3 or 4 minutes as well. Amazing, amazing run. These runs feel a lot more varied now, even since 1.0, right? Like, I can't wash that oil off me, damn it. Sentimental, how are you, my friend? What's going on, dude? Yeah, just head to speedrun.com, look up Noita, and you'll see all the different categories and current leaderboards and stuff. We're probably going to reset the leaderboards for this category, and I'm sure a lot of different categories probably going to do the same. But I'm not interested in speed at the moment. I just want to get a win under my belt, and then we'll go from there. We'll keep the other scores archived, I think, if that's possible. Just because, you know, obviously Suffer's 41-minute run was pretty spectacular, so I want to be able to keep that there. But the random pot, you ain't got to tell me twice. No, teleport is the way they do it. They just stand in a little bit of the liquid and it teleports them downwards. It sort of teleports you in the direction of your cursor. And then once you get used to that, it's kind of like Spelunky teleport. It's not quite as risky as that. Even if you get, you know, teleported into a wall, you can still teleport out again. Whereas in Spelunky, that will insta-kill you. Oh, that's good. I don't care. You can keep it. Care about this, though. Okay, so this is a problem. We've got a Stendari covered in oil, so that means that there's oil down here somewhere, and it's coming down from the ceiling now as well. Problem with that is that we can't simply just... Oh, shit. We can't simply just throw water on him, because if there's an oil fire, the oil fire will cause the water that we throw down to evaporate too fast. So we can't get a decent layer down, which means he's very difficult to kill. Yeah, this is kind of just a bad situation all around. We'll wait a bit. Yeah, I think you're right, Leprechaun. Yeah. Black hole and repulsion fields together is quite powerful. I am an ASMR voice. Shall I bring out all the tools and start stroking my microphone as well? I find ASMR fascinating. Bomb in the pond. That's a great idea. one way to get water out there real quick. Oh, with toxic still on floating on top of it. Well, there doesn't seem to be any oil over there now. It's just on him. Let's do that again, shall we? Damn it. That's not what I meant to happen. Alright, we out of there. This is a really good spell. If we get homing, we might be able to use that quite effectively. Glitter fields? Glitter bomb? I'll take crit up. It's fine. Alright. How come there's so many fish in the thing there? Oh, the little pond? There's fish, always fish there. I think the number might be random. So these guys are on fire. Interestingly, the little goblin dude cannot be set on fire. I think that's new. Did I get you? I'm not sure. Good shot. My god. I just flew straight into that one. Glitterfield, the only spell in the game that changes the one's forward state speed multiplier by subtracting 2. Nerd! I have no idea what you just said. I think you've been talking to Goki a little bit too much. We're talking about Goki a little bit earlier. It's like genius level IQ. So Invisibilium we can't use. Being invisible again would make the game way too easy. Ambrosia we can't use. That prevents all damage against you. So again, same result really. What do we got here? Mud. All right, let's get rid of some of this mud. That was a good shot. This up here is toxic rock. Very, very, very dangerous. Have I killed Cthulhu? In this game? Oh, you mean the little squid guy? The end boss? The end boss. The bridge boss. Yeah, no. It's the little squid. So I've seen it a couple of times on different streams. And pheromone potion's worth getting. I chased it in my game. Actually, the last YouTube video that I posted was kind of like an 11 orb everything run. Classic everything, not with all the new stuff in it. But we did find a couple of new bosses. And It killed itself. It died somehow, so I didn't actually fight it. Oh, it gets random wands it summons? Interesting. I didn't know that. I did find a couple of wands at its, like, house. I just figured that those were, like, the prize, the reward, but maybe they're both the prize and his attack. No problem, Cox. Take your time. Okay, well, we're not going that way. It's evaporating again. Is this... I wonder if that's because of this particular section or the biome as a whole. Was it another lava one? Didn't feel like it. What do we got? $100. Yeah, such a risk leaving the first floor with less than 200 at least. But sometimes you gotta do it. This would be good. Do I want to buy that? We still need another wand. It's super helpful. Being able to see what's around the corner is, like, pretty vital in these runs. It's an excellent perk, too. Worm pheromone. Interesting. Is that going to summon a worm? I still don't know the science behind worm pheromone and how it triggers and or what activates it and stuff like that. It's like if you drink it, which is the most disgusting thing I've ever said. Occasionally a worm will show up, but it doesn't guarantee it. It's weird. Come on. Just give us a wonder. Wow, we got some slowdown in the mines? That's crazy. Oh, sorry, the coal pits it's called, right? Wow, extreme slowdown. What is up there? Come on, go the other way. There we go. It's chug-a-luggin'. I don't know why. Still no third wand. I'm buying that. Experimental perception. Thank you so much. Very generous raid. Welcome on in, everybody. How you doing this evening? Suffer sent you? Right on, dude. Thank you so much. To both of you. I'm a, well, as what's written on the tin, I'm a bearded roguelike streamer. That's about it. That's my elevator pitch. How goes the no hits? I think you know the answer to that. We made it to Hisi base once. Oh my, sniper, huh? And we got some slowdown now, and I'm not sure why exactly. Yeah, something's going on. I may need to restart the run or the... Two snipers. I'm so hosed here. Suffer, what did we say about the Hisi base broken one business? Everything's allowed, right? Except the gold. Or what? I can't remember. One of them we ruled out. Maybe it was the ones. I can't remember. Can you save and quit? I mean, that's the problem, right? Do you save and quit in the middle of a run that is potentially competitive? I expected it to speed up again by now. I'll do it. What happens when you reload? Nothing. You just continue off where you left, or continue on where you left off. The gold is what, 1k? Yeah. So no, look, it's still kind of. Well, it's a little bit better. So that what Suffer and I spoke about was the fact that it's quite an advantage, or could be, right? Potentially. And I don't think the wands are from any special pool like the ghost ones that you find. So they should be fine. But on the flip side of that, it's a huge risk to go there alone, let alone, obviously, once this does end up being competitive and a lot of people are doing it, if you want to take the time to go there, you're going to be wasting... It's time wasted, essentially. So. Oh, yes. Okay. Now I'm putting two and two together. I was having a conversation with Suffer the other day, and he did bring up a good friend of his. Now I know who that is. Congratulations, my friend. Alright, we digging down? Could be a fair way. Oh, I got 13. Yeah, we're good. Uh-oh. So we have a turret over here, aka one of the worst enemies in this level. It looks to be wedged in a little... Okay. Alright, that's good. Yeah, you can't see me. Good call on that. Sorry, folks, just give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Balance for danger was cool if anyone wanted to try their luck. And any ones with banned goods on them would still remain banned. Right. You'd have to take them off before you could use them. Yeah, that makes sense. It seems like... oh, God. Okay, we can no longer go that way. It seems like new keyboards are on the Christmas gifting list this year. I saw what Dunk is using. He's using one of those old $15 Logitech membrane rubber things. No, I won't allow that. It's still slowing down so much. What is going on? My game? Or my computer? Got lucky there. This is kind of bad news. So, for this... Okay. This is real bad idea. Real bad. I'm gonna drown. There's a giant worm around here somewhere too. Hey, look, we actually get a wand here. Why aren't I using this? God. Might be helpful. Oh, it's like my favorite wand. Left my tablet behind. Big loss. Big sad. Yeah, that's good. Very, actually. Solid 7. Hello, how are you doing this evening? Thank you so much for the raid. Let's not sort this out here. Well, there's my tablet. Three shots. My God. Wait. No. Has that always exploded on contact with water? I'm not so sure. It has? See, now I want to see what that is as well. Ooh. I hope the game speeds up again. Alright, we're through. Freezing fireballs amuses you? Ah, classic. Classic right there. Did the music just change? That's awesome. It's like there's like that droning in the background. Oh my God. It's so insidious. I love it. Yeah, we're not going to be using electric just yet. We don't even know if we're going to survive this. So... let's just see what we can come up with here. Oh, that's what caused it. A perfectly horizontal line caused by a worm. Cool. Does it speed up? That's the question. Let me check my activity monitor here. Something's not right. Activity monitor. It's the Mac in me coming out. Nope. This looks perfectly fine. Alright, give me a sec here. OBS, very high. System, very high. I don't think I should kill that. Super strange. Save and quit. It's a very laggy world. I hope so. I hope so. Let me quit. I'm going to quit Chrome, reopen that as well, just to be on the safe side. We'll quit Discord while we're at it. All right, let's try again. New game. Feels better already. Okay. All right, we're good. Nah. This is still chugging a little bit. How unusual. I'm gonna give it another attempt. We'll see how we go. Otherwise, I'll just switch games without having to restart the stream. That might be the easiest thing to do. Play some more of that crown trick that I'm actually enjoying very, 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 very much. Definitely a little bit slower. Yeah, something's not right here. My computer's maybe got a memory leak or something. Windows updating in the background? That should all be completely disabled. Well, as much as you can in Windows 10 anyway. Is crown trick like a traditional roguelike? It does take roguelike elements, so you got, well, roguelite, more to the point. There's a meta currency that you use to make yourself stronger between runs, but it's a dungeon crawler at heart. Wait, that can be cracked? This is cool. Is it just a visual change? I've never seen that before. I got no water still. Oh, interesting. If you shoot them with some sort of other wand, they fall apart. Right. Doesn't surprise me. The bouncing projectiles are kind of weak. They have no sort of breaking quality. So maybe that's it. It gets the visual aspect from it. That sounds like a bit of an oversight. Maybe a little bit of a bug. Because if you go to the ice caves, you can't even crack the ice there with this projectile. Had an electric orb in it which detonated a big barrel. Oh my god. That's the definition of unlucky right there. Really? 6 recharge speed again. That's hilarious. Alright, cool. Let's get rid of our polymorphine. Never open chests underwater. Well, I did the same thing on the last run. So that's good to know that that is actually a possibility. I shouldn't let this loose. Don't get it on ya. See, what I don't want to do is put this where other enemies are. Although it's only polymorphium, I suppose. We're not in too much risk here. If it was chaotic, I'd be even more careful. Big brain. Is he in there with a chest? If not, I'm going to leave him alone. Should probably do that anyway. What's that other wand we picked up? It's not bad. Another brain? Oh my god. Too many brains. Cool, so someone gave him an electricity wand. Oh shit, he's coming this way. How do I kill you, I wonder? No, this is not good. Nice. Now I can't get it, though. What we'll have to do is detonate this. That's safe enough, maybe. I'm quick enough. Electric torch. Passive. Gives your wand a bright but dangerous light. Okay, that's bad. That's gonna burrow through. Let's put that over here. Alrighty. Cool, let's get rid of that. We're going to use this one, I think, as primary. Pretty good. It's 15 damage per hit. No, it's 9 damage per hit. Alright, it's fair. $240. Oh. Couple of double triggers. What? Converting liquids or just LC and precursor, yeah. It realistically, yeah, that's it. Actually, Suffer had a really good run going once and accidentally stood in a little bit of it, and we had to say no on that one. Very sad moment. Hey Jack, what's going on, man? How you doing? Oof. Should be relatively safe, I think. Ah! Speaking of relatively safe. It's tough. It's tough, Suffer. No, I don't blame you. But and that's what I said to you the other day, right? Like, it's when you have a run going, it's sometimes very difficult to accept that it might not be exactly legal, you know? No, I've been there myself. Why? Why you do this? You see a one like that and you just have to use them? Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. Rule number 1 of Noita. Think about it. I've seen people pick up wands and not even inspect them. They just pull the trigger. I'm like, no, why? Hexagon formation Giga Saw Blades. I've seen people go from 1,000 health to nothing, to dead, with the wrong, well, the right in this case, type of spells on there. God, this like feels like such a big level. Uh-oh. Look at that slowdown again. What is going on? Yeah, this might have to be our last Noita run for the evening. Might have to switch over. It's all good, baby. It's all good. $411. That gives us 2 rerolls, I think. One reroll. So here's an interesting combination. You're probably going to call me mad for this. When you have bombs up here... Oh, Jesus. No. I was demonstrating! What the hell? Anyway, it's a really good combination. Bombs materialized with unlimited spells. You throw a bomb or any of the sort of explosive projectiles up there, and you can cast them really quickly at no mana cost whatsoever. Oh no, we're not dead. We're not dead. We just we got hit, and that's bad. Folks, give me a sec. Just gonna run to the restroom real quick, and then we'll switch up the game. I'll be right back. Good old Steve. This one right here. G502. The special edition was on super sale because I guess because it's white and black and not many people bought it. So I got them when they were on special at Best Buy for like $27 each or something. It was ridiculously cheap. So I got 4 of them, 3 of them. I can't remember. See the strategy employed on Steve? So that's a small problem. In a no-hit run, fighting Steve is not impossible, but it's extremely, extremely difficult. It's Logitech, Matthias. All right, so we're going to switch up the game here. Back to a little bit of round trick. The reason we're doing this is because Noita, my computer's just not handling Noita, and I'm not going to restart in midstream, so I've only got a single PC set up. There we go.